Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Happy day 3 of Neville Goddard Returns. Your Faith is Your Fortune. I am still reading parts of Your Faith is Your Fortune. We left off on chapter 5 yesterday, so I will just continue and read a little bit. It's late, so I got to get to bed. He continues. I'll just pick up from midway chapter 5. When this belief is so firmly established that you feel confident of results, your desire will embody itself. How it will be done, no man knows. I, your desire, have ways ye not know of. My ways are past finding out. Your desire can be likened to a seed, and seeds contain within themselves both the power and the plan of self-expression. Your consciousness is the soil. We've talked about this a lot, especially in As a Man Thinketh, James Allen. These seeds are successfully planted only if, after you have claimed yourself to be and to have that which you desire, you confidently await results without an anxious thought. So if you properly plant them, you don't have to worry. So your desire can be likened to a seed, and seeds contain within themselves both the power and the plan of self-expression. Your consciousness is the soil. These seeds are successfully planted only if, after you have claimed yourself to be and to have that which you desire, you confidently await results without an anxious thought. So the seeds are only successfully planted after you have claimed to be it and have that desire, and then you confidently await the results. You don't wonder, you don't worry. Hi, Blair. If I be lifted up in the consciousness to the naturalness of my desire, I shall automatically draw the manifestation unto me. Consciousness is the door through which life reveals itself. Consciousness is always objectifying itself. So consciousness is always objectifying itself. Everything we have up in here is always coming out into our world in front of us in some form or another. To be conscious of being or possessing anything is to be or have that which you are conscious of being or possessing. Therefore, lift yourself to the consciousness of your desire, and you will see it automatically outpicture itself. To do this, you must deny your present identity. We've talked about this. And that's the hardest thing to do. To say, Carla, things are really bad right now. I'm freaking out and shit is hitting the fan. How do I just drop that? Well, it's going to be what it's going to be regardless if you're worrying about it or if you are meditating and trying to get peaceful, calming yourself, praying, breathing, any mindful, grounded activity. It doesn't help to, stir the pot and get even more worked up. It's not going to change the results. The only thing that will change it is you, your inner self, your experience of it. So to do this, to change your results, you must deny your present identity. So that's shutting out the five senses like we talked about, the outer world. We can't live from the outside in, meaning whatever's going on outside, no matter who caused it, even if we caused it, we have to close our eyes, close our ears, shut down our senses, and go inside and listen to that still, small voice, your higher self, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it. And we have to ask ourselves, no wonder why we keep the music on and the TV on and the Instagram and Facebook. We don't want to hear that quiet, still, small voice because we're afraid of what's going to say. And I can attest to that because we all have those little urgings, those little whispers, and we're like, I'll get to that later. I was just talking to somebody today about how we process, anything that's happened in our life. Little T's, little traumas, big T's, big traumas. And I said, it's like we get a bill every day. Sometimes it's a cheap bill, 5 cents, 10 cents. Sometimes it's a $5 bill, energetically. And if we don't pay it and we just keep throwing it back there, it's going to accumulate. and we got to pay interest on it. So it's either we process the emotions as they come up, or we rack up a really nasty bill. And if you've had credit cards, I'm sure you know what that feels like. And it's even worse when it's emotions. Thank you for the banana, Blair. Always a pleasure. So to do this, to change your state, you must deny your present identity. Let him deny himself. You deny a thing by taking your attention away from it. To drop a thing, problem, or ego from consciousness, you dwell upon God. And remember, he's talking about God is that space inside. God being the I am. Be still and know that I am God, is God. Be still and know that I am is God. Believe, feel that I am. Know that this knowing one within you, your awareness of being, that higher self. Have you ever been in a situation where you're like, I know, like I know, I knew better. Hindsight's 2020. You just have a feeling, but you go against it. You betray yourself. You don't listen to that higher self, that I am, that consciousness, that for whatever reason, and it's not logical, it's illogical. You can say, well, all the facts, everything outside tells me to do this, but you have that feeling, that sixth sense, that inner voice. So it says, be still and know that I am is God. Believe, feel I am. Know that this knowing one within you, your awareness of being, is God. Close your eyes and feel yourself to be faceless, formless, and without figure. Approach this stillness as though it were the easiest thing in the world to accomplish. This attitude will assure your success. This whole idea of being, faceless, formless, without a figure, kind of detaching from your physical matter self. This is the seen part of us, and then we have an unseen part of us. So many philosophies, religions, spiritual practices talk about the importance of dropping the self, dropping the ego, and just getting into that space of the awareness. I am aware that I am aware. Dr. Joe Dispenza has a lot of meditations that talk about get to a place where you're just aware of being aware. Eckhart Tolle, oh my God, has so many meditations and ideas about just being aware that you're aware and dropping the rest. When all thought of problem or self is dropped from consciousness, because you are now absorbed or lost in the feeling of just being I am, then begin in this formless state to feel yourself to be that which you desire to be. I am that I am. The moment you reach a certain degree of intensity so that you actually feel yourself to be a new conception, this new feeling or consciousness is established and in due time will personify itself in the world of form. This new perception will express itself as naturally as you now express the present identity, right? Oh, why is it that we're only aware and in pain when we're expressing what we don't want to, or creating or experiencing? It's a habit. We're addicted. We are addicted. And to stop the cycle of addiction, it takes a lot of work, but it's only temporary. Once you break through, like I talked about. That's why people say it's so hard to change. Hell yeah, it is. If you ever want to go on a diet, if you want to, fix a relationship, get a new job, go back to school. It takes a lot of energy, but it's temporary. Once you break through, you're through. This new perception will express itself as naturally as you now express the present identity, your present identity. To express the qualities of a consciousness naturally, you must dwell or live within that consciousness. Appropriate it by becoming one with it. To feel a thing intensely and then rest confidently that it is, makes the thing felt appear within your world. I shall stand upon my watch and see the salvation of the Lord. This is a Bible verse. Okay. I shall stand firmly upon my feeling, convinced that it is so, and see my desire appear. Your whole world may be likened to solidified space mirroring the beliefs and acceptances as projected by a formless, faceless presence, namely I am. Okay, that's a whole mouthful. But this has to do with the projection of the whole movie screen, the film, and then what shows up. Your whole world is similar or maybe likened to a solid, solidified space mirroring the beliefs and acceptances as projected by a formless, faceless presence, namely I am. So whatever we say, I am, focus on it, project it out, that's what we will see. Reduce the whole to its primordial substance, and nothing would remain but you, a dimensionless presence and conceiver. Well, that's heavy. The conceiver is a law apart. Conceptions under such law are not to be measured by past accomplishments or modified by present capacities, for, without taking thought, the conception in a way unknown to man expresses itself. Go within secretly and appropriate the new consciousness. Feel yourself to be it, and the former limitations shall pass away to completely and as easily as snow on a hot summer's day. So go within secretly and appropriate the new consciousness. Feel yourself to be it. If you've ever daydreamed or listened when you were younger, like, I see them as music videos in my head. Remember music videos? If you've never, just picture yourself in a music video or really feel the feeling. Music helps get you into it. Play one song a day and just feel yourself and see yourself where you want to be. Just one song a day. That's something you can do to get yourself into that new space you want. Like a movie montage, like the Rocky movies, how, they get into shape. If you want to get into shape, play the Rocky music and picture yourself just getting shredded. Or, whatever your goal is. Music is very powerful when you just allow yourself to dream and see. It's so powerful. You will not even remember the former limitations. They were never part of this new consciousness. This rebirth, Jesus referred to, was when he said to Nicodemus, ye must be born again. And we talked about that. Born again meaning dropping the old and embodying the new, being reborn. Being born again was nothing more than moving from one state of consciousness to another. Dropping the old, embodying the new, being reborn. Whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do. This certainly does not mean to ask in words, pronouncing with the lips the sounds God or Christ Jesus, for millions have asked in the manner without result. So it certainly does not mean to ask in words. Ask in emotion and feeling, meaning having the emotion and feeling begets the emotion and feeling. Everybody can yap. If yapping, praying, slapping the gums got things, wouldn't a lot more people have it? But to really believe and have the faith and feel it in your bones, that is the hardest work. And that's why so few people you see really have it. This is not easy. This is like high-level shit. This certainly does not mean to ask in words, pronouncing with the lips the sounds to God, Christ Jesus. For millions have asked in this manner without results. To feel yourself to be a thing is to have asked for that thing in his name. I am is the nameless presence. To feel yourself to be rich is to ask for wealth in his name. I am is unconditioned. It is neither rich nor poor, strong nor weak. In other words, in him there is neither Greek nor Jew, bond nor free, male nor female. These are all conceptions or limitations of the limitless, and therefore names of the nameless. So this book was written a while ago. Or this is actually, I think, a quote. I don't know if this is a Bible verse. But feel yourself to be rich. Feel yourself to be successful. Feel yourself to be loved. Ask for all the things you want. Feel those with feeling in his name, and it's done. It's unconditioned. It's neither the rich nor the poor, the weak or the strong, the Canadian, the Mexican, the American, the Italian. It doesn't matter. To feel yourself to be anything is to ask the nameless I am to express that name or nature. To feel yourself to be anything is to ask. Ask whatsoever ye will in my name by appropriating the nature of the thing desired, and I will give it unto you. That, my friends, is the end of chapter 5 and the end of my reading today. I hope you join me tomorrow, week 3. And thank you, everybody who has joined thus far. It's such a nice respite. That's what I've been calling it. On Thursdays, for like, we're there for about 45 minutes. I chat a little bit about a concept that I'm teaching, and then I do like a mindfulness exercise. It's usually been like a guided kind of mindfulness or meditation. So that's tomorrow, Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. I hope you join me. I'm excited. We have 2 more to go. So tomorrow is week 3, and then 1 more left in the month. So join if you'd like. I'll leave the link below and invite anybody you like as well. And I look forward to seeing you guys all tomorrow.